Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. For the audience in English, thank you to all of you to be here with us today. This live stream is about the ODUN of the year, IRETE SUKA. Elegua is the one that is in charge this year with Oya in the culture, the association Yoruba of Cuba. So it's important to attend Elegua, to feed Elegua during the beginning of the year. At least in the first month, it's important that you feed your Elegua and your worries, of course. If you have Oya, because you have Crown Ocha, also try to put some adimuses to Oya to pay homage to her. We respect all the letters around the world, but I remember that when I was in the 97, 98, and I was living in Spain, I followed up the ODUN of the year from Cuba because we didn't have any other. So it's important that you learn in this live stream what applies to you. When we talk about the letter of the year, it's not that you need to follow up, complete that letter, but they are different aspects of this letter that will be important for you, and you can apply them for your own benefit. Something that this letter has that I love about it is that talk about the kids, talk about the family. Also, how is you can write notes about the religion. That is something that sometimes we don't do. The Orisha that gave the Larisha because it comes Ire Buyoko. So Ire Buyoko means stability in our life. Next to Babalu Aye, that we are supposed, if we have Babalu Aye, to give him the guinea hens. But if you don't have Babalu Aye, for example, you can attend the spiritual one and put some offerings to San Lazarus. That is great too. Babalu Aye, you know, that is the Orisha of the miracles. And also he take care of our health. Because in this ODUN, IRETE SUKA, he had a lot of problems and enemies that always were sending him bad spirits, and he didn't know how to be safe of all of them. So at some point, he received Asonjano, and Asonjano helped him to overcome every single obstacles that he had and defeat his enemies also. So it's important to do something with Babalu Aye. Something else is the flag of the year. That is a purple color with estropajo. So you can just put the estropajo with this piece of purple fabric. But it's not, you can make the flag half with the purple fabric and the other half with sack. And this will be okay for you. Also, this ODUN, when we talk about Babalu Aye, if you have for example, to receive this Orisha in your Ita, and you have some issues with your health, this is the year that you are supposed to receive Babalu Aye. Also, if you have, for example, your spiritual path, or your path, you have Sarabanda or Siete and you had some problem with enemies, feed it and make a commitment with it to defeat your enemies. This is something that all of us, we are supposed to do, because everyone always has someone that envy you and don't want that you progress in your life. So it's something that you can do. When we talk again about Elegua, sometimes we don't have enough money to do the ceremony to feed Elegua. But you can offer him different adimuses. That could be, for example, 3 balls of yam with palm oil, and you put 1 guinea pepper in each one of them. Also, you can offer him bananas, with also you roll it with a paw. You can offer him guava in the number of 3 or 7. If you have crown elegua, you can offer also elegua, or you have some fruits. But do something. The orishas, they understand everything. But the most importantly is that we attend them at the moment that we need with anything that we have in our hands. Sometimes we don't have it, but they know about that. You can also offer him a cu, a ya, aguado, some candies, and later clean yourself in front of your elegua. But do something with your elegua and hecho also, because some people receive the worries, for example, from Ifa. They are not crowned yet, but they have the worries. And they say, well, hecho or elegua is the same thing with different names. So attend you hecho in the same way that you attend you elegua. If you want to feed one of them and you have both, feed both. That it will be great for you. This is the ODUN that we are supposed also to respect our soulmate. Could be your spouse or your wife or your man, for example, depend on the case. Why? Because here we have a beautiful pataquín. Thank you, Victor, to be here. Thank you, Victor Mejia from Havana, Cuba. We have a beautiful pataquín. The IRETE SUKA, he has his wife and he mistreat her because he dressed in black and he want that she turn his clothes in white. So every single day she was in the river watching his clothes, and she was crying and crying because she didn't find the way to make them white. So one day she was dreaming, and in the dream, ODUN showed up to her and told her, tomorrow, come me that I'm going to fix every single problem that you have. And she came back to the river, and when she was watching the clothes and crying again, Shango showed up, and from her tears, he became a big river, and the river take away everything around with the house, and in the house was IRETE SUKA, so he passed away at that moment. So it's important that we respect the guardian angel of our wife or your man. It's important that don't make them suffer. Don't make them. Thank you. Thank you, Irene, to be here. Thank you so much, and Happy New Year to you. So it's important that we respect that. It's important that we work together. Don't make your wife cry. Why? Because everyone had his guardian angel. As his guardian angel always will to protect the person. Also, something else that doesn't matter is the status that you have in the religion. You can be a tata or yate babalawo. It doesn't matter. We need to take care of our wife. Don't make her cry, because some people take advantage of the status they have in the religion, and with that they think that they are the best and abuse. So try always to be as humble as you can, and you will see the results of that. Everyone has his spirits that protect him. So it's important this year to put it in practice, to protect our family and know that everyone is in the same level. IRETE SUKA is the ODUN that recommend us to serve our head. So do different rogations during this year and also take notes about everything that you learn. Because sometimes we learn something and we trust our memory. And we say, no, I got it. But later when we need to use that, we don't know what we learned. And then we just lost. Because in this ODUN, it was the guy that he feed his orichas. And he had knowledge about the religion. So when he finished, he went to see Olofi. And he present all the animals to Olofi to receive the blessing. But Olofi said, where is the head of the animals? And he didn't know. So Olofi said, I cannot bless you because I don't know what kind of animals you brought to me. So he had to repeat the ceremony, but he didn't remember the advice of Olofi. So he continually was doing the same thing and he never received the blessing of Olofi because of that. So it's important for us that every single advice that we have in our ITA, we need to read this advice and to know what we have in ITA. Sometimes we have an ITA even from our FACA or ICOFA or Orumila, but we don't review it. We don't go back to know the advice that we have. So when you go back and you read this again, you remember everything that Orumila told you at that moment. The same thing happened when you had crown Ocha. You know the advices of the different orichas and what you are supposed to do. When we talk about the letter of the year, always it provides us with knowledge to put in practice. So it's important that you put in practice everything that you have. Something else is the rogation. Some people, they have to do this ceremony every, for example, 4 months or 3 months of the year because they had a lot of responsibilities in their life. For example, teachers and engineers, people that they work every single time in the religion, they need to get a rogation to refresh your head. When you don't have the opportunity, because there are people that they are in some places that they don't have godparents, and they don't have even a priest, a babalawo or IRETE close to them, that they can do this ceremony for them. That you can do is refresh your head. You prepare a rogation, and then you put next to you a batala for a few hours or 2 hours, for example, and after that, when you take a shower and you go to bed, you put this rogation. Or you can put it during the day, but if you put during the day, you cannot be out with the rogation, okay? You are supposed to stay at home and just relax. Don't stay at home cooking or the men working, doing something. No, no, no. Just relax. Watch a movie, whatever you want to do, but relax with your rogation. And then after that, the day after, you dismiss it in the garbage. With this will be okay to refresh your head. This is the ODUN that is important to in IRETE SUKA to take care of your knowledge. Because this ODUN said that the person has the head of the king, but the brain of the child. So try to take good decision, but to take great decision in our life, we need to write down. This is the year that we need to write down what we want. And then little by little, we go to accomplish everything. It's not when this year finish and we get the 25 oh, I didn't do anything, I didn't accomplish anything, because you didn't organize yourself. It's important that you organize yourself if you would like to be successful in your life. That is so important. It's something that is talking IRETE SUKA. Remember that the orishas that are commanding this year is Elegua and Oya. And also the other letter that we're going to talk about it next week in Spanish, Irosounle, also is Elegua that is commanding, but in that case, Yemaya is working with him. So Elegua is so hyper. Elegua moves so fast. So you need to organize everything, because sometimes the good luck comes to you, but because you didn't write down anything, you don't know what to do, and you take the wrong decision. And when you want to go back to get it, that's it. It's done. You don't have it anymore in your hand. So it's important that you make your plan. What do you want to accomplish this year? If you do that, I know that you will be successful. Something else is the ceremonies. So this is the ODUN that is letting the people know that you have the possibility and you need to crown OCHA. This is the year that if you commit, you can do it. With the help always of your godparents, with the help of your spirits. But you need to make that commitment with yourself, because your godparents, they cannot do it for you. Here in this ODUN, Odudua, he went to the village that they had a lot of problems, even with their health. But they didn't know about OCHA, they didn't know about ceremonies. So Chango, that he was looking for Odudua, he find out that Odua was in that land. He went to see Orumila, and Orumila marked the above for all of them and told Odua they need a ceremony in the river and crown the OCHA. So Oya, that she was close to them, she gave Odua the container for the water river. And Orumila provided Chango with the Ochinchin to Ochun and everything that he needs to do that ceremony. So when they start to watch the head of all of them and crown some of them, everything changed in that village. And they became successful. Everything changed for them. People recuperate their health. And with that was so nice. So the people that had crowned OCHA, and they had to receive Odua, because they have in the Ita, this is the year that you are supposed to receive Odua. It depends. Always try to talk with your godparents, or with your, for example, your IRETE or your Babalao, depends on the case. That's why I told you that the letter of the year is just to give you an advice what you are supposed to do. You check your religious notebook to know what you are supposed to do. If you are supposed to receive, for example, Olo con Anganari, you don't have it. You are supposed to receive Inle. If you are supposed to, for example, receive Odua. Why? Because according to George Ita, there are different cases. Not everyone has to receive Odua, but maybe you need to receive Inle or the Ibeyi. That will be important for you to avoid tragedies and to avoid also that you get sick. Always I recommend the community. Don't wait that you get sick. Don't wait that you have issues in your life to receive the orisha that you are supposed to receive. No, receive the orisha before. Do the above before to avoid problems, because there are a lot of problems out there. So our orisha always provide us with the insight about our life. So if we take care of that, we won't have any problem. Also, of course, you need to behave. This is something that is important to you. Something else that you can do that go to help you is go to the river with the bobo tenuyen. If you don't have the possibility, for example, the economic possibility to do your ceremony, you can prepare an ochinchin. The ochinchin is something simple. It's just the scramble with egg that you add, for example, the herb of verdolaga or spinach or lettuce, and also chin. You make this plate and you also add honey. You can take some, for example, some pennies, no less than 5 of them, some eku, eya, aguado, honey, and then you go to the river. You sit down next to the river and you talk with Ochun, and you let him know every single situation that you had at that moment, that you want to crown your Ocha, or you want to receive the Orisha, or you want to move to another place. The Adimuses and the spirits words, they help us a lot. Just we need to do it to see the results. And then you offer Ochun everything. If you want also to get some flowers and go with all of that, and you offer Ochun and speak with her, and you will see how your life change. When you do that and you take your time, don't rush yourself, take your time, because most of the time I see people that they go, I did, so but fast. No, take your time. When you are preparing the Ochinchin, also you are praying. This is for Ochun. I want to pay homage to her and talk to her, and you will see Ochun, she goes to provide you with prosperity. But something else, you need to deposit faith in what you are doing with the richer that you are doing that. In this case, it's Ochun. She's a miracle Orisha. And when we talk about prosperity, she's one of the richer that always help us. So when you finish to do everything with your elegua or your echu that you feed them, later you can prepare your chin. Remember that something that I always recommend the community, you don't have to do everything at the same time. So you can feed the worries, you can, for example, change your boda, and later you can go to the river and do a ceremony. You don't have to be right now, for example, that here in the north of the United States is so cold, and in some places the river is froze. No, take your time. You can do in the summertime. But remember, this in order to grow in your religious life. This is the Odun that also talk about Elegua, Oya, Ogun, Ochosi, Orumila, and Ochanla. Because in this Odun, Oya, she got birth, Elegua. But Elegua, he was a phenomenon. He was so sick. He had a lot of issues with his health. So Oya, she decided to go to Orumila and talk to him about this situation. And when Orumila did a reading to Elegua, he told Oya that Elegua had problem with his blood. But Oya, she got so afraid that she ran away. She even waited that Orumila finished. And she abandoned Elegua in the four corners. That's why when we go sometimes to serve Elegua, we need to push the Adimuses, where we go to dismiss them in the four corners. So Elegua, he was completely disoriented. he didn't know what to do. So he started to walk without direction. And one day he saw Ogun. And Ogun, that saw Elegua in that condition, he asked him, what happened to you? He said, my mother abandoned me. So Ogun took Elegua to Ochanla's house. And when Ochanla, she saw Elegua in that condition, she called Orumila with Ogun. And Orumila saw this Odun and told her he needs an Ebo immediately. And we have to do different things with him. So Ochanla accepted that, and Orumila did all the Eboses to Elegua, and Ochanla take care of him. Ochanla, she gave love to Elegua, and Elegua recuperate. But Ogun, he took 2 hens that Orumila told him to leave it in the land of Oya. So Oya ate the 2 hens, but she left the head. So Ogun took the head and gave them to Orumila, and Orumila finished the Ebo. But one day, Oya, she remembered her son. She remembered about Elegua. She said, where is he now? Where he's doing? So she started to look for Elegua in different villages, but she didn't find Elegua until she got the land of Ochanla. And when she saw Elegua playing with Ogun and Ochosi, she felt so happy and thought, this is my son. But Elegua, he refused of her. He told her, you are not my mother. My mother is Ochanla. So Oya, automatically she paid homage to Ochanla, and she told her, I want my son back. But Elegua, he ran and he put in the middle of both of them and told them, you know, both of you, I'm my mother, but I'm going to stay with Ochanla. And he ran, and he continued playing with Ogun and Ochosi. So this is the Odun that is not to get birth, is to raise your child. It's important to take care of our children. Sometimes when our child have problem and didn't, grow up with health, we give the child to the grandma to take care of that, or the aunt or someone else. So this Odun is telling you that with the Eboses, and if you take care and you give love to your child, he can change his life. So it's important to do that. Also, it's important in this Odun Ochanla. The person that has some years in Ocha and had this Odun are supposed to receive Ochanla, Ogun, Ochosi. So it depends, like I told you before, on your case. That's why you need to take this advice like a resource for you. What do you need in your life? But most importantly, is to take care of your child. Don't abandon him in any place. It's the Odun that also gives us the recommendation that don't leave our kids in houses that we don't know, with people that really we don't know, because they can abuse us, our child. So when the people abuse us, our child, and they don't want to talk about it because they are so, thank you, Victor, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So they don't want to talk about it. It's a trauma for them. So that's why we need to take care of our child. When we go to Orumila for a reading or any other diviner, we are supposed to listen carefully what they are telling us. Because sometimes the person don't want that the diviner finish. Because people want to listen what they want to listen. It's not what you want to listen. It's what the oracles want to advise you. That is the important thing. So Orumila, he doesn't know your problem, but as soon he throws the equally, and you have that Odun, this is the advice that you are supposed to follow up. You need to wait for the diviner to let you know what is your problem, what you are supposed to do to be better in your life. Something else is that you are supposed to do the above. Some people, they don't want to do the above. They go for a reading, they spend their time and also their money. And when they need to do the above, they don't want to do the above, even though they have the money to do it. So take all of that in consideration, and you will see how everything is better for you in your life. If you want to have a child, we don't know. Our kids, they have different problems, so we need to deal with that. So it's important to keep the responsibility with them. Don't abandon them, because you never know in what direction they go. So if you do that, this is okay. You need also to follow the advice of Ochanla. Take care and give love to them. And I do understand, and it's something that happens now in our society, because we are always rushing. We always have different situations that we don't have time to sit down with our child and talk about life. Talk about the different things that they are supposed to know to get a better life. Give them advice. We don't have time, because most of the people, the couple, the father and the mother, they are working. Sometimes they are single mothers that the father is not next to the child. So they raise their kid by themselves. No, if you are the father, you are supposed to take care of your child too. You are supposed to give him advice too, because the woman had her point of view, and you, like the man, you had your point of view too. So you have this child together. Both of you have the responsibility to raise him. Sometimes the man are working, sometimes you can be in another country, but at least you need constantly to call to know what happened, to support your child in one way or another. Because in that way, he goes to grow with stability and balance in his life. Because some child don't grow up like that, and they have later problems, and they reject in one way or another the society. It's like Elegua. Elegua, he loved the women, but he reject at some point the women too, because he had that in his heart. That's why when we go to do the ceremonies to crown Elegua, we have to do some ceremonies outside, and we have every single day to go around with Elegua. So this is a great advice that this Patakin is giving us about our child and also about our family. This Odun talk about the prodigy child. That child that he were born with knowledge, with talent. That child that even had 7-year-old or 8-year-old talk with you something that you get sometimes surprised about his answer and his decision. Because here, Obatala, he had a song and he want to see what happened in the sky. He want to see more. But Obatala told him, you cannot do that because it's a lot of things that you are not supposed to see. But he insists. So Obatala, at some point, he told him, okay, you can do that, but before you need to do an ebo. And he did the ebo, and he called Obatala the voucher. And on top of the voucher, he went to see everything in heaven. But he saw a lot, and at some point, he fell in the land, but he didn't have any problem because he did the ebo before. So this Odun let us know that the youngest, they're going to ask us for something that we don't expect. Question that you really need to think how you go to answer them. Because they surprise you with questions that you say, but what it's about? And you need to think to give the right answer. But also the child, the prodigy, child, that this child have the knowledge that you don't have. And he want to go to different places. He want to learn something that you don't know about that. And it happened to all of us. But we need to support them in everything that they want to do because later they will be successful. So IRETE SUKA provide us with the advice that we need to support the youngest in every single project that they have. Even though we don't see the result of that, we don't see the, how he will be successful, but in his mind, his spirit, give him the orientation to be successful in life. So let them do everything that they wanted. Just give them the advice, follow them, and support them. Because when you are doing something that you don't know, but you have the support of your parents, you feel comfortable and also confidence in yourself. So it's so important that you trust your child when he wants to do something that you don't know about that. In this Odun, remember that the mindset is something that we need to keep always up. If we do that, we will be good in our life and this year. Mindset. We need to support each other in everything that we want to do. If we do it together, we make life better. So the family are supposed to be together and support each other in everything that you want to do. This is the Odun that talk about the spy too. Because here, the Hutia, she was always a spy Orumila. Everything that Orumila did, she was letting know, Elegua about that. So Elegua, he knew everything that Orumila was doing. But one day, Orumila find out about it, and with his Irofa, he beat the head of the Hutia. That's why we see that in the ceremony that we do when we want to feed the warriors, Elegua, Gun, and Ochose, in their ceremonies, we beat the Hutia with the coconut in cases of the Oriatese, the knife, and in case of the Babalago, they hit the Hutia with the Irofa. So this Odun is letting us know too that we are supposed to keep our secrets at home. We are not supposed to let anyone know about our plans, what we want to do in our life. When you are talking with someone, anything, you need to be careful which one is around you, because this is the Odun that is telling you that people at work, for example, when you are working and you are doing any plan and you are writing it down, they can take your idea from you, even your boss, because your boss said, this person is so smart and know how make plan in his life and know how make plan here at work. And I don't want that he take my position. And he start to feel jealous of you, so they want to take advantage of that and take your idea. So if you are writing down something and you are preparing, for example, a program or something that is important to you, you can write it down at work, but take everything to your house. Don't leave papers in places that people can read them. Don't leave your ideas in the computer. For example, that when you leave your job, the boss could go over there because he had the password and check out and take your ideas. Take away your idea from you. And when you see that the people go to present something, he talk about everything that you planned. And you say, but he was reading my mind. No, he didn't read your mind. He took advantage because you trust the people around you and they take away the ideas that your experience gave you. So be careful about the people that are around you. Your ideas is your idea. So keep them in a safe place. And with that, you don't have any problem. So this ODUN, IRETE SUKA, is a great ODUN. It's one of the ODUN that came IRETE. So if you have any question, this is the time to make a question. If you want to know something special about this ODUN or about something that you want to know of this religion. But remember that this is one of the years that this letter talk about IRETE, Buyoko, stability. But the first stability that we need is our mind. It's in the way that we think, in the way that we do things for us. So if we keep our mindset in the good level and we also prepare ourselves for the future, we won't have any problem. So try to do that. Try to always study something. Try to do something that fit your mind, that let you to improve your skills, and you will be okay. Okay, thank you, all of you, for being here with us to join us in this live event. Next week, we're going to talk about it also, Umbo. The live stream will be in Spanish. So let the people around you know and share with them. Have a nice week. Health, faith, and prosperity. Ya tú sabes. OCHAREO.